天南的大家好，非常开心，现在又到了我们直播的环节，每天直播的环节。今天呢，给大家分享一个好玩的，其实我们每个人呢都会找自己的人生目的，我们每个人呢都对自己的生命的意义，来这个世界的目的很好奇。那今天呢，就给大家揭示如何找到我们生命的目的的方法，然后分享给大家。好，我们呢今天就是利用好每天的3个时间点，可以帮助我们唤醒我们的生物记忆，找到我们的生命的目的。生死呢是一个普通人无意识的过程，生命的目的呢是从出生到死亡都记忆清晰的。那了解出生的目的和秘密，在我们生命的过程当中呢非常的重要。开悟和解脱是对于我们来说非常的重要。许多宗教啊，还有灵性团体都在探讨着关于转世的一个理论。有一些呢接受转世理论，有一些呢不接受，但是呢这些观点都是作为一种技术，帮助人们得到这个解脱和开悟，得到这个圆满。我们可以看一下我们的上师尼希亚南达上师作为一个阿凡达的存在，他具体是怎么去跟大家分享到关于这个出生的部分，以及我们生命的意义的部分。
Say, these fellows are father and son, what to do? We are repeating it again and again and again. First. Second, why are we repeating it again and again and again? Because after the birth, before the death, we forget why we are born. We fall into unconsciousness. If we know the purpose of birth, from birth to death, we will not be repeating the same thing again and again and again. Man who forgets the purpose of his birth and death is an ordinary man, unconscious man. Person who very clearly remembers the purpose of his birth, from his birth to death, is a Jivan Mukta. A person who lives this life at least once, very clearly, knowing the purpose, in tune with the purpose, if he takes birth again and again, even if he takes birth, is called incarnation, Avatara Purusha. So, knowing the purpose of birth and secrets of birth plays a major role in living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti. In the world, there are so many religions, so many spiritual groups, so many spiritual theologies, so many spiritual ideologies. I can classify all major religions into 2 categories. One which accepts reincarnation theory. The other one which does not accept reincarnation theory, which says only one life. I am not saying somebody is right, somebody is wrong. Both of them are using these truths as a technique. When Buddha says there are so many births and deaths, he is telling you, why do you want to be born again and again and again and die? Don't you feel it is boring? Just get out of this. Get out of this same cycle. Be liberated. And same way, when some other master says, no, only one birth, he means live with consciously, live with awareness, and go beyond this. No other time, not much time is left. Even that word should be taken as a technique. Whether Buddha says there is so many lives, or some other master says there is only one life, everything should be looked as why it is said. They are using this as a technique to liberate you, to make you enlightened. And please understand, as far as I am concerned, I have experienced a zone, a space where the truths, many cosmic truths are revealed to me as my own experience. So, not because of my Indian conditioning, not because of my Hindu conditioning, from my experience, I can share some of the secrets and truths about the birth to you all very beautifully. Very beautifully. The great masters like Ramakrishna, Osho, Vivekananda, Raman Maharshi, all have spoken about the birth and their past lives, or many truths related to the reincarnation theory. Please understand, now whatever I am going to express is from my experience. I have experienced a state where these cosmic truths have become part of me. They are experienced by me. So I am sharing those experiences with you all. That's all. First thing I want to tell you, what you call as birth, what you call as life in you happens within the 3 kshana of your mother delivering you. See, that moment when a baby is being delivered, and that moment your individual soul, individual reflection happens in the body. You may be questioning me, no, scientists are saying no. Inside the stomach, inside the womb of the mother, the baby has a heartbeat, baby has a life, baby has everything. How can we say life enters only at the moment of delivery? Please understand, whatever life is experienced by the baby inside mother's womb is the extension of mother's life. Physiologically, baby is alive. Baby is alive, heart is beating, and body is functioning. All the organs are alive. Physiologically, that is true, but individual conscious soul enters the body only when the baby is delivered. In one body, 2 souls cannot stay. Please understand. In one body, mother's body, 2 souls cannot stay. 2 way of thinking cannot happen. 2 way of actions cannot happen. So, only when the delivery happens, the soul enters the body. This is the first truth. And second thing, what I call as life does not start when your body is delivered, when you get your body. What I call as life has started long before. It is equivalent to eternity. It is much beyond the time. You are here eternally. Only thing, at some point of time, you think you are here as the body, as you are now. After some time, you think you are
抱歉啊，刚刚是这个网络掉线，掉了一下线，我们现在继续哦。
That's a fear. Please understand, whether a man, old age, this goes on and on and on. First important thing you need to understand, you exist as life. Second thing, when I say you exist as life eternally, when you feel you exist as a person individually, why that life feels as individual? Why this gap? If we look into that, we will understand the purpose of birth. Why existential reality
那师父有说到关于我们大家稍等一下啊。那在我们直播间的呢，大家也可以在我们评论下方留言啊，你想不想了解你的出生的目的，以及你对你出生目的的一个思考。那刚刚在这个视频当中呢，师父有提到过生命的目的和转世的一个理论，了解出生的目的和秘密在我们的生命当中起着非常重要的一个作用，也就是我们的开悟和解脱它起着非常重要的一个作用。不同的宗教和灵性团体对转世的这个理论的态度呢都不一样，以及这些观点它是如何作为一种技术来帮助人们得到这个解脱和开悟圆满的。我们在不同的阶段呢，认为我们是以不同的方式存在的，但永恒存在的是我们的身份，是我们最真实的一个身份。但身体呢，只是在不断的变化，它只不过就像换了一件衣服一样。哎，你这个身体，你这个内核是这样子，但你只不过换了不同的衣服，这样子生生世世，你永恒的存在于不同的一个情境当中。要了解这个真相的至关重要性，就是我们在不同的幻境、不同的玛雅制造的一个情景当中，但实际上我们最本质的，像师父说的，我们的第一人称，它是永远都永恒不变的，所以我们一定要了解到我们自己最真实的一个存在，了解到我们这一世来到这里的一个原因。你的存在是永恒的，它不受身体的一个变化的影响。这些变化呢，不会让我们远离我们出生的一个目的。我们的生物记忆呢，它是非常的直接、诚实、清晰和活跃的。活出直接、活跃的生物记忆是我们的解脱之道。就我们每一个人，他来的时候呢，都带着自己的生物记忆，就带着自己的此生的一个业力出现在这个身体当中。那我们这一辈子呢，就是要圆满掉我们此生这一世来的这个业力的部分，圆满到这个部分，其实就是我们的终极的解脱之道。所以大家就是要找到这个部分。好，那我们如何就是更好的去找到这个部分呢？那接下来也会跟大家继续去分享。
away from the purpose of your birth. Your purpose of your birth, your bio-memory is very straight. Your bio-memory is very honest. Your bio-memory is very clear. Your bio-memory is alive. Please understand, living the life of straight, alive bio-memory from the birth till you leave the body is Jivan Mukti. As long as you don't have conflict with your biomemory, you don't have contradiction with the purpose of your birth, you don't have conflict between your life and the purpose of birth, you are a Jivan Mukta. First secret, you need to understand, what you call as life enters only during the time of delivery. Second thing, what I call as life is eternal. And suddenly, at some time, it feels it exists as child, at some time it exists as a youth, at some time it exists as big guy, sometime it suddenly feels it exists as an old man, and it suddenly gets into the idea it may not exist. Again, it exists as a boy, as a man, old age. This goes on and on and on. First important thing you need to understand, you exist as life. Second thing, when I say you exist as life eternally, when you feel you exist as a person individually, why that life feels as individual? Why this gap? If we look into that, we will understand the purpose of birth. Why existential reality reflects itself in comparative reality. Whatever you experience as reality is comparative reality. Why existential reality reflects itself in comparative reality? If we look into that truth, if we understand that secret, we will understand our purpose of birth. We need to look, each and every person need to spend little time within himself, avoiding the fear and greed to know their bio-memory. Please understand, the only thing which stops you knowing your life's purpose is your fear and greed. Your fear will not allow you to know your purpose of birth, because if your purpose of birth is living like a sannyasi in a forest, you may have to give up everything now. Too much is at stake. Wealth, relationship, family, security, comfort, too much is at stake. So naturally, you do not want that kind of revelation to you. Same way, sometimes people think, oh, now I am a doctor, but if my life's purpose suddenly reveals I should have become lawyer, what to do now? Please understand, we lived so many years unconsciously. We do not know if our purpose of birth is revealed to us, whether whatever way we lived is going to be accepted by that purpose or rejected by that purpose. We do not know. We need to understand this truth. The fear that we might have done some mistake, or in future we may not be able to fulfill the purpose of our birth, makes you keep the purpose of your birth in unconsciousness. But that is not a solution. Putting the problems under the carpet is not going to solve the problem. Without fear, without greed, sit with yourself every day. What are the thoughts again and again coming in your being, in your mind, making you work, making you function? Contemplate on it. Center yourself on it. Meditate on it. Please understand, knowing the purpose of birth will resolve thousands of wrong decisions you are making, wrong moves you are doing, wrong things happening around you and within you. Every day, sitting with yourself with a deep awareness. See, anything done in the outer world to know the truth is experiment. Anything done in the inner world to know the truth is experience. Every day, sit with yourself. Spend little time. What kind of thoughts are again and again giving you power, energy, intelligence to function? What kind of thoughts are again and again putting you in low mood, dull, depression, Look into it, go into it, go through it, live it. Look again and again and again inside. You will see the truth, secret, purpose of your birth will be revealed to you. I cannot give you the purpose like a tablespoon feeding or teaspoon feeding. No, I found my purpose. I can give you the method through which I found my purpose. So you can also find your purpose. You can also look into your purpose. So meditation for this week, for next 1 week, 21 minutes morning, 21 minutes in the noon, 21 minutes in the evening. In Sanskrit we have a word called Trikala Sandhya. 3 times when the different time zones meet, see, when morning and day meets, when the day and the noon, the midday, and in the evening when the day and night meets, these 3 times, all these 3 times, next 1 week, sit with yourself 21 minutes and look into yourself. What kind of thoughts are giving me power, energy? What kind of thoughts awaken my biomemory, interest me? And what kinds of ideas are depressing me, making me dull, relaxed? Look in, and within this 1 week, each day 3 sessions, 21 session, 21 minutes per session. Within these 21 sessions, you will see many truths will be revealed to you. Many clarity about your purpose of birth will be revealed to you. Now let us start exploring the first truth, the first important thing about living enlightenment. Purpose of birth, the truth about the birth. In the next session, we will see the deeper truth.
好的，师傅已经向大家揭示了几个技巧了哦。我们可以看到，师傅说到你的生命目的、人生的目的，大多数时候是受到恐惧和贪婪的阻碍。恐惧呢，让我们不能去了解到自己出生的目的；贪婪呢，让你去不愿意去放弃你在玛雅中间的一个玛雅的这个社会的生活方式，然后玛雅当中得到的一些部分啊。花时间呢去了解到自己的一个生物记忆，要明白恐惧和贪婪是阻碍我们认识生命的目的的一个重大的一个门槛和台阶，一个障碍。所以我们要超越自己的这个恐惧和贪婪，去进行一些技巧性的一些部分，让自己对自己的生物记忆和生命目的有更多的清晰度和了解。那我们需要意识到我们出生的目的是否被揭示，我们生活的方式是否会被接受或拒绝。通过冥想和自省呢，了解出生目的将解决我们所做的错误决定和行动，帮助我们更加清晰的在这个在自己的人生当中去生活，然后活出生命的一个活力。好，那冥想和自省有助于了解生命的一个真正的目的，解决我们错误和行动，带来人生的清晰度。具体的一个操作方式呢，是每天花时间呢去跟自己对话，观察思绪和情绪。就是具体是看啊，比如说我每天你要看自己什么想法、什么念头让你觉得非常的兴奋，让你觉得非常的具有活力，让你觉得就是很想去做。但是你要也同时去看到有哪些想法是让你觉得，一天特别的这种生命能量就很下降、很萧条、很无力或者很沉闷的那种感受。然后接下来整整一周呢，就去每天进行这3次的21分钟的一个冥想，去冥想自己哪些念头、哪些想法让自己充满活力，哪些念头、哪些想法让自己非常的萧条、消沉。好，那具体的时间节点呢是3个时间节点。第一个是我们从清晨到白天，就是天 亮的那会儿，就是到白天这么一个部分。然后第二个时间节点呢是中午，这正午的时候。第三个时间节点呢是我们白天就去到夜晚的那个节点，就是刚好在转接的这个点。早上呢也是在转接到白天的这个点，中午呢是正午的这个点，晚上呢是转到晚上那个转接点，所以这3个时间点大家一定要记住啊。然后这一周之内，接下来这一周呢，就每天进行这3次的21分钟的冥想，大家就很真诚，然后很全然的去静静的坐下来，给自己时间和空间，总共也就7天嘛，对不对？然后大家就去做这个练习。那就去看，哎，什么想法呀，让我觉得充满活力，今天一天都很兴奋，让我瞬间觉得生命充满了兴奋的感受。然后，同时去看，哎，哪些想法让自己觉得我什么都不想干，非常的沉闷，很难受。那你就会在这一周呢，你会看到很多清晰度出现，你会了解到内心的真相和生命的目的。那大家也可以就是自己去做这个练习啊，然后有任何的关于这部分的疑惑、疑问，或者是想要更多的就需要协助的部分呢，就可以联系我们我们的微信1459，那个微信有在我们的这个留言板上啊，在我们的那个简介上面有这个微信的部分了，然后大家可以去联系我们马卡拉萨的微信。然后可以给到大家更多的一个支持。那另外一部分呢，就这个，其实师傅他作为一个阿凡达圆满的存在，他向世人揭示了很多很多让大家非常受用的一些冥想的练习、冥想的技巧，还有很多真理和真相。那大家想要更多了解师傅关于说的一切呢，可以。大家现在有机会可以免费领取到我们上师写的这本《生活在开悟的智慧》当中。就这本书《生活在开悟的智慧中》这本书，好，然后大家想要这本书的呢，可以去联系我们的马卡拉萨，然后联系他去获取到这本书，因为这本书是师傅说我曾经说过的，现在正在说的，以及将来要说但还没有说的，全部都在这本书里，所以你会看到非常非常多的智慧和真理在这本书当中，就是被师傅无私的揭示出来，就给大家。然后这是非常无价的一本书，然后大家可以去联系我们的马卡拉萨，然后包括今天的这个找到生命目的，就是唤醒我们生物记忆，找到生命目的的这个练习呢，大家也可以去联系我们的马卡拉萨，然后有更多的需要协助的部分呢，也可以去联系。然后非常感谢大家今天的聆听，希望大家都能够在这个过程当中真正的找到自己的生命的目的。然后这个其实这个部分如果觉得有哪些地方还没有完全的就是内化到的，大家可以反复的去看这个开示，然后反复的去看我们的这个直播的回放。然后感谢大家，你天能的，我们明天见。